again, this is covered. We have the cover on here. Can I just use the cover? I'm sorry. Here we go. My Dana head is on here. Walk in, not talking to nobody, not making eye contact with nobody. Just set this on the floor. I'm gonna stand where my name is. I'm gonna stand there like this. Professional. Just look. Okay. Look at the floor if you're getting nervous. I don't know what you're gonna do. They're gonna say, skincare portion of the exam. You have 15 minutes to set up her basic supply, draping, mannequin, hair removal. You have 15 minutes, you may begin. Once they say that, you're going to pick up your Dana head because it's gonna be on there. Alright, you may begin. Pick up your Dana head. You can flip your box lid over, set that down, and put her down. Okay? Right when you go into this box, pretend this is the floor. This is not the table, this is the floor. You're going to get your hand sanitizer out. That's right on top. When I go to check your kit later on in the day, the moment I pop your box open, this needs to be right on top, or I'm going to look at you so crazy like, where's your hand sanitizer? It better not be here or under here. I don't want that. Right on top, okay? Easy. Go in your box, sanitize your hands, then you can put it off to the side if you need to. Fine. Set up your bags. Go right in, set all these three up. My suggestion to you is that you put the trash closest to you, because that's the bag you're going to be going in the most, or throwing things in the most, is the trash bag. So, soiled linen is, you're only going to use that bag twice, so you can put that one right in the front, because it's, the items are bigger, there's only 4 of them you're throwing in. Items to be disinfected, what all goes in here? Tweezers. Yes, all the products, okay? And then trash, all the Ziploc bags. That includes the Ziploc bags that you have your hand towels in, or your steam towels. Someone said, oh, I put it in items to be disinfected because I treated it as a towel cabbie. At State Board, they don't care what you treat it as. They want to see the Ziploc bags, the disposables, the spoolies, the applicators, the muslin strips. They want to see all of that in the trash bag. The only thing they want to see in this bag is your tweezers and all the product containers and your palette and your sharpeners. That's also how we can tell as proctors if you didn't do something. Does that make sense? If we're on face cleansing, right? Everyone know how to do face cleansing? Gotta clean the eyes, gotta clean the lips, gotta clean the face, gotta use one towel, toner. If I go in Vivian's trash after face cleansing because I didn't see her clean the eyes and the lips, I'm gonna go in her trash and see if she has 3 cotton rounds in there. Why? I didn't see it. But if she has 3 cotton rounds in there after her face cleansing, then most likely she did it, and then most likely I'll give her those points, even though I didn't see it. If I go into your trash because I didn't see you use spoolies for your mascara at makeup application, and there's not 2 spoolies sitting right on top, you might get points docked. Because 1, I didn't see it, 2, I didn't see 2 used spoolies in your trash bag. There's a madness about why people look and check in the bag. Not because we're nitpicking, not because we're trying to pick on you, or, you know, it's probably because 1, we didn't see something, 2, we're looking to see if you did it. If we don't see the tweezers in your items to be disinfected, what does that tell us? Yeah, you either did it and you threw it in the trash, which you're going to lose points for that, or you did it and it's in items to be disinfected and we didn't see it and we're going to give you those points. Okay? So you have to make sure you know where all your items are going. Once these are set up, then you continue. You grab out your basic setup bag, which is why I have them. People are like, oh, that's so extra. Can I just have it out? You can do whatever works for you, as long as you do what I ask. I have my basic setup supplies in a trash bag. I mean, in a Ziploc bag. This is basic setup. What does it have in it? It has a bag of paper towels. It has my first aid kit. And then it has a quartz, which is not up there. Quartz bottle. on your SMA alongside your quartz bottle and your first aid kit and your hand sanitizer. That's what's going to stay on your desk the whole time. Question? Oh, I thought you had a question.
Oh no, sorry.
So you're going to then pull out your basic setup bag, or you're going to pull out the quartz bottle next. You're going to clean, right? And then you're going to set up. So you're setting up your basic supplies. Then you're going to jump to client protection. Okay? With client protection, on our rubric, did I give you the cheat sheet rubric?
I have one.
How'd you get
I was sent one. My cousin had you.
Who's your cousin?
Jossie.
Oh, I love her. Can you tell her I said hi? She's a good cousin for giving it to you. Because they won't let me give it away no more, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. You just can't say I gave it to you. Say someone else, say your cousin gave it to you from previous class.
Her cousin gave it to us.
Everyone, Jossie gave it to us. That's everyone's cousin at this point. But the next thing that we do is client protection, and the reason why I give you the rubric is because if you are all following suit of what they're asking from beginning to end in that order, it's a lot easier for you all to follow the same study guide, which is the cheat sheet, and for you to do it in the order the proctor is grading you in, and for you to pass with 100%. Make sense? Okay. So what that means to me, client protection on the rubric, it starts from top to bottom. So how you're draping this doll is from top to bottom. One shower cap, you don't need two. If you have one, that's all you need. Okay? So let's pretend, I'm just gonna redrape this for you real quick. This is how I want to see all of you doing it next week. If you draped out of order, I know you were either on your phone, you were talking to your neighbor, or you weren't just paying attention to me right now, okay? Top to bottom means on our rubric, that's what it's asking for. The shower cap. Did you drape the mannequin with the shower cap and then a headband? Yes, they did, because that's the first thing that's on their checklist. You're going to put this shower cap on first, not the headband. Shower cap first, right? Forget whatever you learned. I'm serious. I love Kim, but forget whatever you learned. And Jamila too, or yeah, Jamila. Flatten this down, okay? Take the air out of it. It don't need to be sitting like this. It does not need all that air in there, okay? Because the more air you have, the more it's gonna fluff out. And you'll see when I do give you the grade sheet, the last like 6 rows of points are the same for each segment. It's gonna ask if the mannequin's drape is still safe and secure. It's gonna ask if everything was put into each bag the right way. And it's gonna ask if your hand sanitizer stayed on your desk the whole time. That is legit the bulk of the last of each segment. It's the same thing across the board. You'll see this, I'm not lying to you. So flatten this out, okay? That way it stays, and it's nice and neat. From the back, you're going to put this headband on from the back, just like that. Some people I see fumbling, they do it the opposite way, and they're like, and then they do this thing, and then the shower cap ends up going back, and they're fumbling because most of you have like the little white ones that are very tiny that are you can't really like. So that's gonna be a problem too, because I have like one for big heads, because I have a big head. This is mine. So yeah. So it's easier. Shower cap, go from the back. That way you can anchor the back of that shower, the shower cap, and you can just. Some people are very gentle while trying to apply the headband. This is a mannequin. You're not gonna hurt her head or anything, so just tighten it on there, okay? And then you can pull the shower cap down. You can fix it And I like to pull the slack to the back so it looks a little bit more neat. And then you have that, right? The next thing on the list it asks for is the sand neck strip. With this strip, the neck strip, you can just tie it. I don't know why people are taping it down now. I don't know why they're using a little clip. With this, we are not barbers. We are estheticians. All you have to do is tie it in the back, okay? You don't need to tape it. You don't need to clip it. You don't need to lick it and then tape it. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is tie it, okay? Last thing, last part of client protection. If you have a drape, fine. That's fine. Just make sure if you have the drape with the Velcro on the back that it's tight enough so where it won't keep slipping off. Because remember, you'll lose points if the drape is coming off, if the headband is flying off, if the shower cap is poofing off in another direction. With me, I don't have a drape, so I have an easy dry towel and I have a clip like this. Boom. That's it. Drape, neck strip, headband, shower cap. Client protection is done.
Does it matter if it's like all the way?
No, it doesn't matter. As long as the décolleté is covered. This part. What's next? We draped her. We set up. We draped her. Hair removal. You're going to set out all your supplies for hair removal. You're not just going to keep the bag on the desk because that's going to cut into your time. Right? So use this 15 minutes. People can set up in 5, really. If they keep practicing, boom, 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 everything's done. Good for you. Hair removal, you can sanitize after drape. I know people are into the whole sanitizing thing, that's great. Technically, you only need to sanitize before and after each segment. You don't even need to sanitize in between. If you happen to forget something and you're trying to think, I don't want you to stand there idle, yes, then sanitize and think about what you gotta do next. But honestly, I feel like the more you sanitize, the more it trips you up. Do everything it is you need to do, and then sanitize at the end and step back. You're done. But if sanitizing helps you, you do what you want.
We don't have to sanitize every time we go and, oh, well, it's already out.
Yeah. But she said every time you dip your hat in the box, you have to sanitize.
Yeah, obviously you have to do that. I'm talking about if you're doing like mask, liquid exfoliating, massage, mask. If you're sanitizing in between every one of those and you're not in the box, then yeah, you don't need to sanitize. But people do, and I've seen people fail because they over sanitize. Because they're thinking so much about hand sanitizing, they're not thinking about what they should be doing. Okay? So sanitize, pull out your SMA, which is why you have your paper towels on the desk, in the bag or on the roll, whatever it is. I like to put the paper towels in the bag. It just looks more clean and it helps the proctor to see that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing because the roll kind of obstructs our view. So we'll look at you more if you have a paper towel because we can't see you. You're gonna put out your SMA. You're gonna set everything out onto the paper towel, which is your soft wax, and something that's labeled post-epilation. It cannot say toner. It cannot say cleanser. It has to say post-epilation. You need your clean tweezers. I like for you to keep your tweezers in a separate little baggie that's labeled sanitized implement, and then you can keep it out like that. If you do not want to do the extra bag for sanitized implement, you just have to make sure this is sitting on the paper towel. Okay? 5 cotton rounds. Why do you need 5? Yes. How many eyes do you have? 2. Yes. So you're gonna clean both. That's 2. Then what?
And 1 for hair.
1 to dispense the hair that you just tweezed, and what are the other 2 for? Post-epilation. How many eyes do you have again? 2. So you have 5, right? So 5 cotton rounds. If you have an extra cotton round, that means you missed something. That means you either didn't pre-clean, you didn't apply post-epilation, or you forgot to put the hair on the cotton round when you tweezed it.
So you do need a cotton round per eye. You can't use the same one for both eyes.
No. Why? Someone tell me why.
Yeah.
You're both right. But You are treating this as two separate services.
Oh.
When does anyone ever go into a salon and they say, can you wax this one and tweeze this one?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that makes sense.
Right?
Mhm.
So you're treating it as two separate services. So you're gonna do one complete eye first. A lot of people say, can I clean both first? No.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. That's what
If
I
it
did
was a
last
full
time.
service and you're just waxing both eyebrows, shoot, go for it. Fine. But you're treating it two separate services. You're
Okay.
gonna divide this face in half. You're gonna complete one full complete service on this, you're waxing. Then you're gonna jump to the other side, one full complete tweezing service.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes, wow.
So cleanse the brow, brush the brow, check the temperature, exaggerate that, testing the temperature. If I'm testing the temperature right here, are you gonna see me? No. I want you to put your hand up a little bit, test the temperature, put the muslin on. You could even look the proctor dead in their eyes. It's a little weird, but people have done it to me and I'm like, continue. You know, I'm like, go ahead. I see it. Because that's actually one of the ones where we're all like, did they check the temperature? Because that's very important. We don't want you not checking the temperature because you're gonna burn your client if you don't. Okay? Check the temperature. Then you're going to do your wax service. You're gonna apply the hair in which direction? Apply the wax in which direction?
With hair.
Yes, so from the inner brow to the tail. Okay, I have seen people go the opposite way. They have failed that portion. So with the hair growth, and then make sure you hold the skin taut. Okay, I know she's not a real person, but you have to hold it taut, remove the strip, apply some pressure. Okay, then you're going to apply post-depilation. You're done. Some people go back in and they trip themselves up and brush the brow again. On our grading rubric, it does not say to go back in and brush. We only ask that you brush once at the beginning. You'll get this cheat sheet. Okay, what I'm saying to you will make a lot more sense when I give this to you.
And then the whole time that you're doing the hair removal process, can she be laying down or is it easier to do it?
You can lay her down.
Oh, okay.
Once they say you may begin for every segment, you can lay her down. After every segment, once you're done, you sit her back up,
Okay.
you clean your station, you step back.
Okay.
Especially with the makeup. Every time someone finishes makeup, they keep it turned to them like they're the ones grading it. No, just turn it right back around, sit her up, turn her back around. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when we do the makeup segment, we let you set up, we check to see if you're dispensing in a single service manner. That means you put all the makeup in the palette, right? And then we check to see that you're bracing for everyone. Then we do the ultimate check at the end when it's complete. That's when we get up and we come and we look at your day ahead and we'll wipe things off. We will check, we will swipe our thumb across the apple of her cheeks to see if there's blush on there. Okay, so we kind of give you you go for your own run when you do the makeup, but every time we glance over, we need to see that you're bracing. And then when you turn it around, things are balanced. Okay? So for tweezing, back to tweezing. We're gonna clean the brow, brush the brow, tweeze, dispense the hair. Do that several times. Again, you can look right at the proctor. It's weird as hell, but people do it and people get their points. They make sure they get their points. Then you're gonna apply post-depilation, and then you're done. Okay? So that's why you need 5 cotton rounds, 2 wax applicators, 1 to check the temperature, 1 to do the service. You need 2 muslin strips, 1 to check the temperature, 1 to do the service. Then you need 2 spoolies to brush each brow. Make sense? Yeah, 2 different spoolies. Remember, they're 2 separate services. Okay?
And then the muslin strip, one to test, and the other one you can do the entire eyebrow.
Just
Because
one. You don't need
reuse
to
it.
do
Okay.
the top, you don't need to do the bottom, you're not doing the lip, just 1 pass.
Oh, okay, so you just can just do the one.
Yeah, right under the brow, right here.
Oh,
Just
okay,
one.
okay.
You're not doing a real brow design.
Okay.
Yeah, just one. Okay. So again, 5 cotton rounds.
Got it.
Clean the brow. Both. That's 2. Post epilation. That's 2. The 5th one is where you're gonna put the hair for tweezing. Okay. Any questions on that? Yeah, you need. See, I just wrote this out. You're good. That's why y'all good class. Y'all can pass these. Gloves. And now you know what? I forgot gloves on. Oh no, pair of gloves on blood still. Okay. Yes, gloves.
Before we do hair removal, we put gloves.
Yeah, that's the first thing. You can sanitize and then apply both gloves. Then the next one is face cleansing. So for both face cleansing and facial, the very first thing you're going to do, very first thing after you sanitize, you're gonna lay her down, skin analysis. Don't forget it, okay? Skin analysis. With your eyes open.
Because our eyes are closed and then they don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
You cannot do a skin analysis with closed eyes. At
Wait,
that
what?
point, what are you analyzing? The back of your lids. That's what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Keep them open. You're going to pretend that you're looking for things. Some people even are like, you get really into the skin analysis, which is fine. At least you know you're going to get those points. Skin analysis. And then you're going to, I have 3 cotton rounds up here. You're going to, and I also have 3 stick applicators up here too, which is, you have those on there in case you can't pour it on. It's maybe you're using the cholesterol and it's a little too thick to pour onto the round. You can never stick your fingers in a souffle cup or any of the containers you have. You have to have an applicator to dispense it onto a cotton round or your fingers or the back of your hand, okay? So this is optional. You don't really need 3 sticks. If you're gonna just pour, you can just pour, okay? But you do need the 3 cotton rounds. 1 to clean both eyes, that's 2, and then 1 to do a swipe across the mouth to ensure that you cleanse the eyes and the lips. And then you need cleanser and toner and 1 towel. So you're gonna pour the cleanser on your hand or you're going to dispense it onto your fingers. You're going to do a facial cleanse. You're going to remove that with a towel and then you're gonna tone and then that's it. Maybe you should put 4 cotton rounds for the toner actually. See, I mess up too. 4 cotton rounds because you want the toner. Got it? Do you guys really, or you just want me to hurry up?
Got it.
Okay. For facial, when they say you may begin hand sanitized skin analysis, what is first up on facial? You already cleansed, right? That was 1 segment. That was liquid exfoliation, like the liquid exfoliating product. What is it called? Liquid exfoliating.
Yeah, they call it
Exfoliant.
Liquid exfoliant, yeah. So liquid exfoliant is your first product up. Apply that, whether you're gonna pour it on the brush or put it on with a cotton pad, they'll accept either way. But with my argument, if you pour the liquid exfoliant on a dry brush, it's no longer a dry brush. It's a wet brush, and just doesn't make sense to me why they would do that. Do it that way, but whatever. If you're comfortable doing it that way, do it that way. You have 3 towels because you're gonna take off the first 3 products. After you do your liquid exfoliant and your dry brush, you're taking it off. Hot towel. Then you're going to do massage, 2 manipulations. What are the most recognizable manipulations? Tapotement. You can do friction too if you like friction. That's recognizable too. Most people do the effleurage and the tapotement, 2. Then you're gonna take another hot towel and remove the massage oil, okay? Then you're going to apply the mask safely. What does that mean to a proctor? What that means is that when we see you applying your mask, you're making sure it's not getting in their eyelashes, it's not in their nose crevices, or in their mouth. That's how you know you apply it safely. So stay away from those areas, okay? Because if you do get it in their nose, then you're going to miss points. After you apply the mask, you're taking it off. Okay?
Question.
Yeah.
So when you're applying the mask, are you saying to avoid the upper lip area?
No, I'm saying to avoid getting it inside of their
Oh, okay.
their nose cavity right here.
So how would it's super
Yeah, you would
close.
just be very careful around that part. Just take your time with that part.
Mm.
You don't have to rush through that. You'll have enough time.
Do we use our hands or?
Yeah, you can use your hands. Most people, yeah, you use your hands. Mask. Your last towel is to take off the mask. Then you're gonna do toner and then moisturizer. Okay. This last mock I just did, I caught a little bit of heat for it because I was originally told that you can use water for most of the product, which is you can because people were using like the real Aveda products and like getting huge souffle cups and stuff, and it was a waste of product. We didn't have product for the real clients here, so it was like a big mess. So we started using all water, but one of the teachers said, walked into a student at the facial part and looked and said, why is her face so wet? Because she had water in her moisturizer cup because that's what we were instructed to do, and the student just flat out said, well, Ms. Shai said I could use water for moisturizer, and that's what it is. And she goes, oh, as long as you know that it's moisturizer is to remain on the face only. That's the last bit of for the facial. So for your safety, just use cholesterol for your moisturizer. Everything else can be water. So for cleanser, mask, and moisturizer, just use cholesterol. Okay. Water for everything else.
And moisturizer.
Yeah, the thicker sort of. Yeah, because someone made a big deal about a mannequin's face being wet when you could just wipe that right off with a paper towel or whatever. So that we have that big old jar of cholesterol right there. That's what that's for. And then you need your disposables, which are like just sticks and cotton rounds, and then you need your dry brush, okay? Any questions on facial? Yeah. Any questions on facial?
Everything other than.
Everything else, so liquid exfoliant, massage oil, toners, your toner for face cleansing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
water?
can all be water, yeah.
And then mask.
Mask, cholesterol,
cleanser.
yeah, and soft wax, we have Vaseline for the soft wax. And then for the cleansers and the face cleansing and for the, well, you don't need it for a facial, but for the cleanser, you can use cholesterol. Moisturizer, cholesterol, mask.
For the mask application, do we use a brush or just?
No, your hands, just use your hands. Just dispense the mask onto the back of your hand so you can just.
Okay. So does using the cholesterol as a moisturizer affect the makeup though, or just put like a super?
Yeah, it does. So you would have to put like a very thin layer of it. I would.
We used the one that we used for the foot bath. We used that product last time.
The,
The hydrating lotion. Yeah, the hydrating lotion.
I mean, you can if there's any,
Yeah.
but there's never hardly any product here. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but it's the truth.
So we're only doing one skin analysis, not two.
Two.
Oh,
One for face
beginning,
cleansing, one in facial, right at the beginning. Yeah,
beginning of face, or after you cleanse the face?
Begin before
right at the
the,
beginning.
before
You're gonna-
cleansing
yeah.
and then before
Facial,
the
before, yeah,
exfoliating.
right at the beginning, cause on the rubric, that's what it asks for first, skin analysis. Okay? Then onto the makeup. When it says you have 2 minutes to set up, that means you're sanitizing your hands, you're putting down your paper towel, and you're just pulling out everything for makeup. You are not dispensing yet. Okay, you are not gonna have enough time for that. Use some of that time when you begin the segment to dispense, cause that, again, is the first thing on the grading sheet. That product was dispensed in a single service manner. Okay, so for the 2 minutes, you're just pulling everything out and putting it on the table. Your sharpeners, they have to be clean. the proctors are sticklers for that. They will come and make sure you have 2 sharpeners, and then they will pick up and look at your sharpener and see if there's any residue from the last time you used it.
Did you say 2 sharpeners?
2 sharpeners, one for eyeliner and one for lip liner. You can use the same eyeliner one if you have to do the brow pencil.
Okay, what if I have a double sharpener though? It has to be 2 separate.
2 separate.
Did you
And we
guys-
have a bag. We have a little
Okay.
bag up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's even people who have like the sharpener on the pencil
Yeah.
lid. They won't accept that either.
Pencil was the first time.
Yeah. Was Michael, Marianne, or Sandra in there last time?
Michael?
He said that was okay?
Kim let it slide because she said that.
That
they
we
were
didn't
coming
have
for
it.
us.
Yeah, we didn't have the sharpeners then, but you guys have them now.
I found it in the bag.
After, because they're supposed to
So you
sign
have to
it.
have, and you know what, like honestly, you need it for your real estate board anyway, so if you don't have anything and you wanna go get it somewhere else, you should use this time that we have here now, off the record. Does everyone get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't want you to have to go shopping like after school for these things because it's school, like I don't like homework. You'll never have homework with my class because 10 hours is a long day, you should get everything done here. So again, like for today, if there's something we don't have and you guys wanna pitch in and get like hot towels and make sure everything is ready, you guys can all go to the bathroom and go do that. Right? Cause I've had students go, they all pitched in money for like the towels and they went to the bathroom at Walmart and got like in the kitchen section, there's like these cheesecloth towels that were like 10 for like $4 or $7 and they just split it, which makes sense. Like you need it for the real one, so you're gonna have to get it anyway, but I'd rather you use this time to go to the bathroom at Walmart and get it. Make sure you dispense everything in your palette. Make sure you have, for those who aren't good with test taking, cut that mascara spoolie out of the top of your mascara so you're not tempted to use it. I just had a girl fail her makeup part because she did that. She used the spoolie right out of the mascara thing and she didn't even realize it because it was a habit. She did it, she put it back in and she threw it in the items to be disinfected. Then at the end of it, she saw the spoolie sitting on her thing and then she looked at me and I looked at her like, yep. She was like, oh, she already knew.
So just cut off the original.
Yeah, just cut off the one in
Just
the.
so you don't get the big. That's the idea.
And then remember, don't stick the other one back in. All you need to do is one brow, throw it away. Not brow, lash the other one, throw it away. You don't need to keep going back in there, okay? Because I've seen someone do that
Oh,
too.
you talk about the mascara that you use the other thing, you apply one and then you do it
Yeah,
out.
Does that
she
have
put-
lashes on it?
Yes,
Okay.
I was gonna say that. You have to have lashes on her. And when I came back, someone stole the lashes off mine. This is mine. This is mine because I tattooed her up, like, cause my other one was stolen. So I tattooed this one and I put double 120s on her. I paid for my own money and I came back, I didn't even know, I looked at her and I'm like, someone stole my doll's lashes. Well, it's gone, like
What
that
the
shape.
heck?
But you know what? It's all good because I got a box of 50 lashes at home right now. Thanks, Jeff.
If you wanna feel
whatever
better,
his
you can
name.
pass out to me.
I'll share some with you, but I wear lashes outside of
Listen,
here too.
What if, like, you don't have your Dana head?
You can borrow one from here. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go pump. Yeah. I felt it.
Feel it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was like.
Aw.
It's okay.
See,
We all
breast
do.
pads don't work, man.
They don't.
I was using,
Johnson one.
yeah, I was using my kids' newborn diapers that didn't fit, and that was the only thing that worked.
Wow.
But okay, I'll be
Yeah.
back. Thank you. Sorry, ladies, I'm working there right now.
Take a lot of time.
Well, now I gotta get another song.
No, no, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a ring around there, but,
Only you can see it.
take a break. I'll be right back.
Alright,
That happened
so-
to me yesterday at one of the
That happened
graduations.
to me at the store one time.
Oh,
okay.
Our nipples there.
I know, I didn't know.
No.
Yeah, she's got two birthdays.
Go wash my
I don't know
stuff.
what happened to all of that.